Alright, so in this video, I wanted to talk about how Borrowell helped me increase my credit score. It went from the high 600s to 808. So I want to talk about how it really helped me. So I'm going to log in. So first of all, it's completely free. So Borrowell, I've got a referral link below. It's completely free. Just sign up, answer a few questions, and it gives you your credit score every week. And it doesn't affect your credit score by checking your credit score. So there's no impact on your credit score by signing up to Borrowell. Not only do you get a credit score, but you get your credit report. So if I log in here, and they also have a mobile application. So every week they'll update you with your credit score. So you can see next update is in 2 days. I think it's every Wednesday. So credit score 808, excellent, no change. But what really helped me increase my credit score is when I used to have a credit score in the high 600s, I always used to pay my bills on time. I never had any issues paying my bills. So I never understood why my credit score was low. But every time they send you your credit score, they always have reasons here at the bottom explaining how you could improve your credit score. And the reason that kept coming up for me was my credit utilization. So what does that mean? So here's a good article written on their blog that actually explains what you need to look at when you want to improve your credit score. So paying your bills on time. So payment history makes up around 35% of your credit score. So if you don't pay your bills on time, it's definitely going to affect 35% of your credit score. So it has a big impact on your credit score. Even utility bills have an impact on your credit score. So what I do to pay my bills on time, I set calendar events in my calendar basically. Because there's no way I would remember. So I just put it in my calendar, and then every day I look at my calendar, so then I'm reminded what needs to be paid. And then if anything can be automated, I do it automatically. So I've got some bills that are paid automatically by my credit card every month. I know sometimes that's a concern for people because sometimes the bills are incorrect and then you have to call in and argue and fix the amount. But I'd rather pay it and then just call and get the credit if there is a credit to be received. So I try to make it as simple as possible, as automated as possible. So that's for paying bills. But this was my problem right over here. Keep your credit utilization low. You should always aim to keep your credit utilization below 30%. Now that's what I had. That's why I was stuck in the 600 credit score, which according to this is a fair credit score. Right over here, I was around here, fair credit score. But now I went to this range here, which is an excellent credit score. And it's all because of this here that I didn't even know about. And when I started taking action towards that, it made a big difference quickly as well. So I had a line of credit that I was using to the max. I was completely maxed out on my line of credit. I also had a credit card that I maxed out that had a balance transfer rate, promotional rate of like 3% per year. So I was taking advantage of these low interest rate loans or credit to invest on the stock market on Questrade. If you watch my previous videos, you know I use Questrade. So I was taking almost $50,000 of loans from my credit to invest on the stock market. So in my mind, that's financially speaking, to me, it made sense because I'm borrowing for 2-3% interest per year with the intention of making maybe 10% returns per year. So even though my intention was good, but it was hurting my credit score because I was using up a lot of my available credit to me. So when I realized that I wasn't really making those 10% returns on the stock market, it made more sense for me to pay down those debts because it was causing stress. So I started paying off the credit card and the line of credit. And then as soon as the balance dropped, I could see my credit score jump every week, slowly, until it finally got completely paid off. And now my credit score has been a bit stagnant for a while, but that's because there hasn't been any change to my credit history. So yeah, so these reminders that I kept getting every week from Borrowell that I should keep my credit utilization low, that's basically what helped me increase my credit score and take action because I didn't know what it was. Pay more than the minimum payment on your credit card. So yeah, I always pay the balance that is required, not the full balance, but the statement balance basically. So to avoid any interest on my credit card. So I never had that issue. Oh, this is interesting. Take an offer to raise your credit limit. So if you get approved or pre-approved for a credit increase, you should take it because if you always have a balance of around $1,000, it looks good towards your credit utilization. $1,000 versus your available $4,000 versus is better than $1,000 on your available $3,000. So it looks better in terms of your credit utilization. So actually that's something I didn't even know. So that's a good idea actually. So if you have more available credit and you're not using it, then it brings your credit utilization lower. So there's the breakdown of your credit score. Remember I said payment history was 35%. 30% is credit utilization. So that's where I was lacking. And then 15% is credit history, 10% is credit mix, and 10% is credit inquiries. So yeah, Borrowell updates your credit score every week and provides tips to improve it. The average credit score in Canada is 667. A good credit score in Canada is generally between 713 and 900. So above 71, you have an excellent credit score. Between 713 and 740, you have a good credit score. You should expect to receive very good interest rate offerings and a variety of credit products. And then between 660 and 712, this is where I used to be. This is considered fair or average to lenders. But once you get to 660, you're entering into average credit score territory. So what could you do to improve your credit score? So check and review your credit score frequently to ensure there are no errors. That's the advantage of Borrowell. Pay all of your bills on time to avoid penalties and delinquencies. So that's why I use my calendar to make sure I don't forget anything. And if there's anything that I can pay automatically, I'll do it. Pay down any revolving debts to reduce credit usage, i.e. credit cards, lines of credit. So that's what I had. I had a line of credit that was completely maxed out and a credit card balance transfer as well. And once that paid off, it really made a big difference. And since that represents about 35%, that represents 30% of your credit score, then it definitely made a difference. Make more than the minimum payment on your credit card bills to reduce the balance faster. Yeah, that makes sense. We saw that already. So be cautious when seeking additional credit and taking on new credit because every check could impact your credit score. Ensure you have a good mix of credit products as well. And finally, ask for a credit limit increase to keep your utilization under 30%. So if you have $100K of available credit, don't use more than $30,000 of that credit. So this is interesting. Credit history. Credit history makes up 15% of your credit score. So it's based on how long your accounts have been open. To create a solid history, credit bureaus would prefer a minimum of 6 months of credit history, and some lenders would require 12 months or more. So if you've had a credit card for a while, even if you're not using it, it's probably best to keep it because it creates credit history for you. So credit inquiries account for 10% of your overall score. So you've got soft inquiries and hard inquiries. A soft inquiry, such as when you check your score yourself or sometimes when you get a quote online, will not affect your credit score. But a hard inquiry, like applying for a credit card or a mortgage, will have some effect. So a couple of hard inquiries will not raise any flags. It's only if you've been applying for a lot of credit in a short period, then that might look bad to lenders. So having diversity in your credit, in your type of credit that you're holding, represents 10% of your overall score. So having different types of credit is a good thing, apparently. But obviously, it's not recommended to open new accounts just to create diversity unless you are planning to use them. So generally speaking, if you stay responsible with your money, your credit score will be good. So I mentioned this in a previous video for Borrowell, but how they make money basically is they recommend you products based on your credit score, and I guess they get an affiliate commission if you take one of their products. So if I look at view recommendations here, they're recommending me credit cards. I think at some point they were recommending me mortgages, but let's look at the credit card. I mean, this one's interesting. BMO, Eclipse, Visa, Infinite Card. So I guess if I click on view product and apply for the credit card, and if I get approved, then they would get a commission. Now this looks like a good card. It's just the problem is I'm sure it's like it only gives you cash back on groceries, and most of my shopping or most of my groceries is at Costco, and sadly these cards don't see Costco as groceries. Simply Cash from American Express. I like this card. 2.5% cash back on everything, up to $150 cash back for the first 3 months, and then it's 1.25. So I already have this card, but the problem is American Express is not used everywhere. It's not accepted everywhere. So take a look at the address bar when I click on view product. See if there's anything here that talks about a referral or an affiliate link. I don't see anything, but for sure there is something. See affiliate tracking right over here. Affiliate tracking. So yeah, so it makes sense. So that's how they make money from being able to offer you your free credit score every week, which is fair. It doesn't hurt you. And then if I get this card, then they get a commission, but I don't want this card. But what I really wanted to show you is if you go on your dashboard, it shows you your credit score every week and it gives you tips at the bottom here. But what's also important to look at is your credit report. So the credit report gives you the details of everything you have. Like if you have a line of credit, if you have a credit card, if you have a mortgage, you're going to see it there. You're going to see the balance on it as well. If you have a car loan as well. Even your utility bills, your phone bill, your gas bill, your electricity, your internet, you're going to see the bills there showing. So it's also useful to go through that to make sure the balances are correct as well. Now I'm not going to show it because it's got some personal information there, but just wanted to point that out, that it's useful to look, and it's amazing that you can get it for free. So yeah, make sure to read this article here, The Ultimate Guide to Credit Scores in Canada. It's pretty useful. That's where I found the 4 factors to consider, or actually the 5 factors that make up your credit score. So yeah, just wanted to share this video with you. So if you have any questions, in the comment section below, and check out the referral links below as well. Thanks for watching.